y'all, Banjo Ben here. Not only did I just play them, now I'm going to teach them to you. I hope that you want to learn them. Hey, if you're watching somewhere else beside the website, I'd love for you to come on board. You can download the tabs there and see this full lesson, as well as hundreds of others. But no matter where you're watching now, let's dive into this first one. The first lick I'd like to teach you is actually a throwback to a lesson that I taught, over a decade ago. My advanced version of Salt Creek. There was a lick in the very end that sounded like this. And I've had lots of people approach me at various places and play that lick for me. People love learning it. So I thought, you know what, let's pull that out. Let's put a spotlight on it and also create a variation on it that maybe is even a bit more bluesy. Now, what's interesting about this lick as we pull up the tab here is that it is fully chromatic for a long time. What do I mean by fully chromatic? Well, true chromatic means that we're going from one half interval to the next. We're not skipping anything. So it's like if you played every single fret on a banjo, one right after the other. And that's what the lick is going to do. Of course, instead of doing it single string like that, we're going to use some melodic tools, some positioning tools, to get those notes in a bit of an easier way, you might say. But then after it reaches that open first string, we are going to play two more chromatic notes. This is a little different from the Salt Creek version. We're going to do a pull-off, you see there in the second measure, from 2 to 1. Then leave that down. We're going to bring in kind of a Tony Rice influenced guitar type of lick. Play the 3rd fret, back to 1, back to the 3rd fret. Let's choke it a little bit. That's what the little curved arrow means. So that measure 2 by itself sounds like this. Now, if I play the whole thing together slowly, I bet it sounds exactly like this. Now, a couple other things to help you with playing this lick. We are going to have to use the thumb over the top of the neck right at the start to grab that 8th fret. So we're going 9, 8, 7. And then we're going to go back to 9 on the next string. And then when we play that open G string there, that's our cue to jump down and grab this position here, 4 and 6. Now we will play that, and maybe the most difficult thing about this particular lick is that immediately we're going to play those same 2 strings 2 frets lower. So let's just isolate that, starting at the end of measure 1 when we'd have the 4, 6, and then what comes next? 2, 4. Okay, and notice that I'm playing this with my pick hand, middle, thumb. It's just easier for me to play that fast. But those 4 notes together sound like this. And so there's not a time in there that really gives us time to shift. We have to shift in real time. We have to play the 2 strings and then immediately go down. And so that's the toughest thing maybe about the lick. And so it might be worth it to just practice those 4 notes over and over again, so you can get them seamlessly without any muffled notes. And then when you throw that in the middle of the lick again, it sounds like this. I think it's pretty neat that after the first 4 notes, you're set up in that position there to play the rest of that measure into the next. So you just move that down to 4, 6 and that down to 2, 4. So you're going. So there's a bit of sliding going on, right? I love that lick. It's not one of those that you can play all the time because people get tired of it. Just ask my wife. But it's one of those that you can just tuck away in your pocket, and there are particular moments, maybe once in a jam or once every other or every 2 or 3 jams, that you pull it out and it's just what the solo needs. So we've got some other fun ones. Let's learn another chromatic one up the neck, and then we'll learn one that's a really classic descending chromatic lick that I'm sure you've heard before. If you're watching on the website, just click on the next video segment. Be sure and download those tabs. If you're watching somewhere else, I hope that you enjoyed this little mini lesson, learn that lick. I'd be honored to have you on board on the site where you can learn lots of stuff like this as a Gold Pick member.